Yo guys, welcome back in today. So today I want to make this video. This is a video about African American fashion for the last 322 years. This video will try to sum up fashion and how it's changed over time. We must remember that outliers always exist, so take that into account. This might not have applied to everybody, but it applied to a huge portion of the population, or what the perception of the population was. From the 1700s to the 1800s, most African Americans who were on the fields wore light cotton, loose clothing. These clothes were low in cost to make, durable, and were easy to wash. Most clothing would be made by a seamstress or imported into the country. Blacks in the cities had a little more access to better materials and clothing, especially if they were house slaves. If you were not a free man, your clothing would depend on your owner's wealth. Sometimes, enslaved blacks would even wear wigs if their owner did too, and was very, very wealthy. Many women wore long dresses, aprons, and bonnets. Once slavery was abolished, at least on paper, many black women would dress like their white counterparts. These dresses would showcase more buttons and stitching. Covering up at this time was normal for all women. In the 1900s, fashion would move forward with less conservative European colonial wear. The 1910s would bring in long gowns, straight hair, feathers, long gloves, long sleeves, denim, and jeans for longer hours at work. The 1920s would move to extravagant wear. Cigarette holders, such as the ones known in France, became popular. It was common to see women smoking with long cigarette holders, especially wealthy women. Extravagant furs were also popular in this time. Dresses would become more decorative, with flares and beads. The 1930s saw African American communities enlarge, wear long coats, zoot suits, and chains with watches on the end of them. 1940s would be dominated by makeup, shoulder pads within the clothing, shorter skirts at knee level, women wearing pants, and zoot suits being banned. The 1950s would usher in suits being casual wear. African American men would differ from their white counterparts. Add-ons like flashy belts, glasses, and watches would be used to spice up a suit, while also inserting a natural cultural evolution of the black culture. In the 1960s, short hair, sleeker dresses, a style of hats, or felt hats, would all make up this time period and historical events happening at this time. This period was more simplicity overall, with the next decade waiting quietly to roar. The 1970s would come out in style. Disco, the hippie lifestyle, and funk is what the younger people loved. The best electric guitar player to ever live, Jimi Hendrix, would help make trendy jean jackets, silk shirts, and vests very popular. Bell-bottom pants and stringy fringe on end of shirts and jeans was popular as well. The 1980s would bring in the colorful generation. Big puffy jackets, gold chains, big gold accessories, t-shirts with brands and slogans, fanny packs, huge earrings, big hair, scrunchies, and a return back to natural hair for some of the population. Hip-hop culture, created in the mid to late 70s, would also have a hold on the black youth of America. Even if you were not black, many others wanted to dress, experience, and live the inner city culture. African American hip-hop fashion would influence the world with combinations, colors, and coolness that would continue to guide black fashion in America till today. The 1990s would continue 80s style with a tweak. Long traditional braids, along with new created styles, would be worn by many black women. Bandanas, flat top hats, backward hats, gang fashion, backward t-shirts, in and out t-shirts, army boots, boomboxes, Walkmans, and CD players were all part of everyday fashion. Many people would not leave the house without their boombox, and also leaving without their Walkman, which a lot of them matched up their Walkman with the color of their outfit. The mid to late 90s would show more restraint on colors, and darker earth tone versions of a color were very common. The 2000s to 2010s would see baggy jerseys, futuristic glasses, modern contemporary business fashion with a hint of futurism, Kango hats, tube tops, sidekick cell phones, two-way pagers, and basketball shoes were all part of the fashion. Biker jackets, army pants, name-plated custom chains, airbrush shirts, sports bras with outfits, and a mix of colorful colors and earth tone colors would rule this decade. Velour tracksuits and brands like Baby Fat, Sean John, Rocawear, and Fubu was all part of the African American fashion experience. The 2010s to 2022 seems to see a continuing trend with balance between simplicity, vintage, and hints of the future. Jeans and shirts are commonplace amongst the population now. Streetwear and vintage clothing with hints of the future seem to be the norm. Cell phones are not as much part of the fashion like they were in the 90s, but hints of technology like Apple Watches or earbuds can complement one's fashion. Comfortable clothing, sometimes sold by high fashion lines, can be a normal. Past fashions, especially from the 90s and early 2000s, mixed with a modern style can be seen. Colors are still here, but subdued by flat colors, denims, and dresses above the knee. How do you think the population will dress, style, and create in the next 5,000 years? I guess we will have to wait and see. Please like the video, subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you can get all my videos. Add me on all social medias, which is African Network, which is Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Facebook, Snapchat, and TikTok. Each one teach one. Always love each other. Always learn from each other. And yo guys, until next time, peace, one love.